the story of the mad King Deucalion? He decreed that all statues in his honor be made of ice. Knowing that no great king outlives his works, he wanted to be the first.
No time for fortunes, young king. The news must be cried, even if there's no one to listen.
News of the trial.
Say, friend, you look handy in a fight. I am Damon of Crete. I could use a man like that.
Why? Expecting a fight?
No, nothing so dramatic. It's for a noble purpose, I assure you. As I said before, I hail from Crete. Let's say the person I represent could be as important as King Minos himself.
Go on.
I'm tracking a dangerous fugitive who escaped from the prison of King Minos. I have reason to believe this criminal has found refuge on Mycenae, working in the bowels of the arena. The man's name is Daedalus. I need only that someone bring me proof he's here.
Why not just inform the guard if this man is a criminal?
Relations between Crete and Mycenae are something less than friendly. Until I'm certain, it would reflect poorly on my employer if my accusations proved untrue.
What was this man's crime?
I'm not at liberty to say. I was sent here by the royal family of Crete. That's all you must know.
What kind of proof do you need?
Simple. A feather.
A feather?
The man keeps a pair of wings with him. Wings made from the feathers of a rare bird found only on Crete. I will be most grateful to the man who brings me one of those feathers.
Say you get your proof. What then?
Then I send word to the man I represent and await further instructions. Nothing more than that.
Hope you find what you're looking for, Damon.
And I hope you remember me, should you find your way into the arena's underbelly.
Yes, what is it? Captain Achilles, I am King Jason of IoIcus. Senator Anaxagoras says you can assist me. Have you had any reports of suspicious men in the city?
Well, there's you, and that ship full of Ionians, but we're keeping an eye on them.
What about black tongues? I saw one in your market.
Black tongues? In Mycenae? With all due respect, sir, this is the most secure port in Greece. Every ship is inspected personally by a member of my guard. Any black tongue fool enough to come, we'd find him before he left the harbor.
I'd like to see your dock reports.
Not going to happen. Those reports contain sensitive and private trade information. If you had authorization from the entire Senate and the King, maybe I'd consider it. Otherwise, forget it.
So you'll do nothing. It's one thing to be confident, it's another to ignore a threat.
I'll not have you question my command, sir. Between Lycomedes' tournament, unrest in the Senate, and your recent trial, the people are on edge. Now's the time when violence can spread like wildfire. I need my men where they are. Now, if you'll excuse me, Your Highness.
Pardon, sir. I'm Alexius, guardsman of the watch. I overheard your conversation with the captain. I too saw something strange in the market. Can't say if it was a black tongue, but one moment he was there, and the next he wasn't.
Did he have strange tattoos?
Yes, sir. All up his arm. Clean scalp. Strange dress. Moment he saw me, he turned down an alley. When I caught up, he was gone.
Keep alert, Alexius. Let me know if you see anything else.
I will, sir. But if I may, some advice. Seek the stork.
The stork? Who's that?
Criminal type. Smuggling, gambling, money lending, spying. He's got his fingers in many pies. I shouldn't say this, but he knows more of what goes on here than any senator.
Where's this stork make its nest?
There's the rub. We don't know who he is. We've tried to find him, but when it comes to the stork, people get forgetful. He's somewhere near the market, I'm sure of it. Perhaps you can track him down, being an outsider and all.
They say a Mycenean never loses in battle. They either win or achieve a glorious death.
The slums, market, and docks lie beyond. Do you seek entry?
I do.
Open up! A word of advice, sir. You've proven your innocence, but not everyone will see it that way.
King Jason, thank you, 1,000 times thank you. Pythias told me how you saved him. Our debts are erased, and we're leaving this place forever.
We make for far-off Massalia to the west. With your help, we have new life.
Now, if only Hera would bless us with a child, all our prayers would be answered.
May Hera bless you with the gift you seek. Farewell to you both.
This market is a temple for those who worship money.
Forrest, how long will you persist in trying to claim what isn't yours? You've been repaid everything that was your due, and you'll not see one coin more than that.
You swindler! I'll tell everyone what type of business you run! That vase was mine! And if you sold it to another, then the profit is mine!
Excuse me. Can either of you point me toward the stork?
The stork? No. But I know a man just as dishonest. His name is Hegestratus.
Leave off, Forrest. It's you who tries to swindle me.
What's at issue here?
A simple case of fraud. Any honest man would agree with me. A week ago, I paid this charlatan for a vase he claimed he was to receive by ship. The ship comes and goes, and I see no vase. Instead, he returns my money and says the vase never arrived.
And it didn't? Not the vase I thought I was selling you. We agreed on a vase from Knossos. There was only an Athenian vase in that ship.
Was there a formal agreement?
Indeed, there was. The contract is quite clear. Hegestratus agrees to deliver unto Forrest a decorative vase due to arrive in the next shipment. Since there was only a single vase in the shipment, that is the vase in question.
We both spoke of a specific item, and you know it.
We'll see how the guild interprets it. I filed a complaint yesterday.
As have I. Justice will prevail for us. You'll find yourself in the arena before long.
Hello again, Jason.
Hello, Bolo. Remember when you told me about the stork?
Oh, sure. I was telling you what a great father he is.
I need to talk to him. Can you tell me where he is?
Oh, no. I can't do that. He'll beat me something fierce if I do that.
I'll protect you, Bolo. I won't let him hurt you.
No, I couldn't. Tell no one who I am. It's his #1 rule.
There must be someone else who knows the stork. Someone who won't be in danger if they tell us.
I agree. We'll find the stork on our own.
Welcome, good sir. Khufu offers finest rags and tallow in all Greece.
I've no interest in either. I seek information.
Khufu offer help? What information you want?
I'm looking for the one they call the stork.
Ah, you and many others. Khufu cannot help you. Khufu, poor merchant, poor and foreign. Khufu knows not secrets of this land.
Then we take our leave.
One moment, foreign king. Khufu offers something else. Khufu, here you have great ship. Perhaps need boy? 2 boys help crew?
What?
Khufu offer fair price.
You trade in human flesh? You worthless wretch!
Foreign king misunderstand. Khufu still, learn speak language. Khufu offer only service, use of workers, not sale.
Your offer insults me. Don't insult me again.
Humblest apologies, good sir.
King Jason, I feel a bit unwell.
What's wrong, son?
I did what you said. I watched a match during the trial by combat. I saw this one man had his head chopped off after it stopped rolling. It just stared at me.
There's no glory in killing for sport, son. I hope you see that now.
So much blood. It was horrible.
But that's the life of the arena fight. I thought that's what you wanted.
Maybe not so much.
Sign up. It's time for you to go home. Find the next yoking vessel and tell them by my order to take you back. When you get home, report to the palace.
The palace?
I seem to recall an opening for a junior apprentice quartermaster.
Sounds important.
Oh, it is.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Oh, desperate youths and foolish dreamers, what glory to the nameless dead.
Yes, what is it?
The man of Mycenae
Like to see your
can't
doctor.
win forever!
So what if you do?
Maybe one
have
of you
no
lot
authority.
will be the first to defeat Achilles.
It's important. The safety of Mycenae is at stake.
You're a king and you've proven your innocence. I can't just ignore the rules for you. What exactly is it you want to know?
Have you seen anything suspicious on the docks? Any strange passengers coming ashore?
We note every arrival on Mycenae. Apart from yourself and the IoIcus, there's been nothing out of the ordinary. The documents would tell you as much.
See them?
The reports are given to Captain Achilles at the end of each day. And if you've met Captain Achilles, you know he won't release them unless you had approval from the entire Senate. I wouldn't hold your breath. Athena herself would appear on Mycenae before that would ever happen.
We're wasting our time.
I'm sorry. I cannot help you obtain those reports. But I can tell you, I've seen nothing that would suggest a threat to Mycenae. I inspect every ship that comes to port.
Very well, Dockmaster. Let's hope you're right.
Like price for glory. I'll give it to you for free!
Midas himself wouldn't pay me to fight Achilles.
The man of Mycenae can't win forever! Maybe one of you?
Listen to this, Jason. Fish for sale, fish for sale, fish for sale today. They were swimming in the ocean, and now they're on the docks here on Mycenae. Smelt and bream and sole and eel, I've got a nice fat grouper for you. I had a pretty pinching crab, but it pinched me really bad, so I tossed it back into the blue.
Keep out of trouble.
Welcome, sir. Looking for anything in particular?
Information. Do you know where I can find the stork?
Why don't you leave my son alone?
Excuse me?
You're one of Origen's new friends, no? It's because of scoundrels like you he's in this trouble with the stork.
I've never met Origin. I only wish to speak with the stork.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's just my boy's not been himself. Times have been hard. He got mixed up with this stork person, borrowing money, gambling it away, borrowing more.
I'm sorry to hear it.
Oh, what's done is done. What's important is that Origin has turned over a new leaf. In fact, he's at Hermes' shrine this very moment, making a devotion to Hermes with the last of our coin. Oh, you should have seen his face this morning when I gave him the money. So devout and honest.
I hope the devotion will turn your fortune. Good day, Hippia.
That's right, boys. Origin's coin is good, and I'm taking all comers.
Origin, son of Hippia.
Who's asking?
My name's Jason. I've spoken to your mother.
Good for you. I've spoken to her too. Now, you here to play or chat about my relatives?
Origin, Mycenae needs your help.
Are you all right? I think the sun's got to this one.
I speak in earnest. I need you to tell me where I can find the stork.
Oh, and that's somehow going to help Mycenae, is it? If it's all the same to you, I'd rather keep living. Good luck with your search.
Good sir, we'll be very discreet. Your name won't come up?
Here's some news for you. You're a speaking satyr. You don't think people haven't already noticed us talking?
You will tell me what I want to know. The only question is how much persuasion it's going to take to get you to talk.
All right. Tell you what. We'll play for it. A game of wits. If you win, I'll tell you what you want to know.
And if I lose?
Then I won't. Oh, and you'll go back to dear old Mom and tell her you saw me making a devotion here.
Game of wits, you say?
Right. A simple game to test one's cleverness. Here's how it'll work. I pick the game, and you choose who plays first. That way it's fair.
Call the game, Origin.
The game's a simple one, as old as the hills. It's called 11. We'll each take turns playing a number between 1 and 4. Each time a number's played, it's added to the total. Whoever hits exactly 11 wins. If you play to a number over 11, you lose. Simple, isn't it? So tell me, do you want to play first or second?
I'll play second. You first, Origin.
Then let's begin and see whose wit is sharper. To start, I'll play 2. That means the total is 2. Your turn.
I play 4.
And so the total is 6. I play 1. That brings the total to 7. Your turn.
I play 4, which makes 11.
8, 9, 10, 11. Great. Judging by your looks, I figured this for an easy win.
Time to pay up.
The stork operates out of the slums. He's got a little rag stand set up there. He's an Egyptian, calls himself Khufu. But be discreet. If you even hint that I told you, I'm as good as dead.
We'll say nothing. You did the right thing.
I've made worse wagers before. I think. Now leave me be, would you?
Foreign king honors Khufu yet again.
I don't think so. I believe who I honor is the stork.
So, you've learned my little secret. Was it Origin who told you?
He's not to blame.
Origin is in no danger. I forgive his debts. I'm actually pleased he sent you here. I think we can help each other. But first, what can the stork do for you?
There are Blacktonuges on Mycenean. Have you heard anything?
Rumors, whispers in the streets.
Where do you get your information from?
Khufu cares for many boys. You'd be surprised how easily a child can slip by unnoticed where important people talk. Other rumors too. Honorable Patroclus speaks with Ionians in private. I wonder what about.
Those mercenaries fight in the arena. What's so strange about that?
I hear Patroclus offered a contract to an Ionian champion named Doka. The champions of Ionia are guarded jealously by their war chiefs. They do not leave their homeland. Stranger still, only one man has entered the tournament. Who do you think it is?
The Ionian champion.
Correct. Dokkan is unopposed. Not even Achilles has agreed to fight.
Madness! What is he thinking?
May I suggest you put that question to Patroclus? Now,
You have been given something of value, yes? I would expect something of value in return.
I don't deal with criminals, Khufu.
Don't be hasty. What I want and what you want are the same. I could care less if the Ionian wins or loses. Business goes on. But if there's only one fighter, we don't have a tournament. No tournament, no gambling. No gambling, no business for Khufu. You could convince Achilles to enter the tournament. He respects you.
Why? So you can turn a profit from your gambling business?
Think on this. If Achilles wins, Mycenae would proudly accept the rule of a native son. If Dokkan wins, there will be civil war.
There is some truth in what he says, Jason.
Very well. We'll go speak to Patroclus. Something doesn't add up here.
Humble gratitude. Khufu keep little spies work hard. If Khufu learn more, little spy come to you.
Such a fine day. Fish for sale, fish for sale, fish for sale today. They were swimming in the ocean, and now they're on the docks here on Mycenae.
Keep out of trouble. This tournament is a mistake. The people here are strong, devoted to Ares, but this goes too far. Even they will not easily submit to a new king determined by a tournament.
Unless that king was Achilles.
And he hasn't agreed to fight. There's something going on. We'll find out what at the arena.
The royal grounds lie beyond this gate. Do you seek entry?
I do.
Raise the gate! Remember, the eyes of Ares see everything on Mycenae.
No time for fortunes, young king. The news must be cried, even if there's no one to listen.
News of the street. Name of the Ionian champion discovered to be
If there are black tongues on Mycenae, you must uncover their purpose.
Senator, what about the dock reports? Could we inspect them? Perhaps they could yield some clue as to how the black tongues arrived.
I couldn't show you those without full authorization from the Senate, and that's unlikely to happen. Not that it would help. I've already examined them. There's no indication of suspicious passengers. There's the Ionians, of course, but they've been under close surveillance since they arrived.
The Black Tongues move in secrecy. I suspect they've taken steps to hide the method of their arrival.
My suspicion is they snuck ashore among some cargo. It could be the crew of the ship that brought them here wasn't even aware they were on board. I'll have my aides peruse the reports again, but I doubt we'll find any certain evidence.
Thank you, Senator. We'll keep searching.
I am sorry. King Lycomedes has withdrawn into the palace. He has made clear he will see no visitors, not even you.
And here a stage of sand, where actors bleed their lines before an eager chorus.
The arena cells, workshop, and champions' quarters lie inside. Do you seek passage?
I do.
Open the gate!
Jason, good to see you again.
Why will Achilles not enter?
Who knows what goes through the mind of that peacock? He doesn't fear any man, but he might fear the thought of being a king.
Could he be convinced to fight?
Patroclus might be able to talk him into it, but he doesn't seem to want to. You know, he might listen to you.
Why is nobody entering this tournament? Does no one wish to be king?
Some of it is fear. Rumor is this Dokkan is among the best fighters in all of Ionia. Others are waiting to see what Achilles will do. But I tell you this, a few gladiators were boasting that they did her. Those boasts stopped after they met with Patroclus.
Daedalus, I've heard Patroclus has an arrangement with an Ionian champion called Dokkan.
You too, eh? I know this much. That Ionian was here earlier to speak with him. He's a beast of a man. I used to scoff when people said the champions of Ionia were a match for any champion in Greece. Now, I'm not so sure.
Daedalus, there's an agent of King Minos on Mycenean. He asked me to bring him a feather from your wings.
Good old Damon. As predictable as the stars. It appears my time on this island has come to an end.
You know him?
He's been chasing my trail ever since I fled Crete.
What if I told him you weren't here?
He might not believe you. He'd likely try to verify it from a second source. Unless you brought him the proof he seeks.
You want me to give him a feather?
A feather would earn you his trust, and then you could tell him any story you like. Say, for example, that I left in a hurry just this morning, headed for Alexandria. I don't want to pressure you, Jason. The wings are there. Take a feather if you want.
I must go now, Daedalus. I'll speak to you again later.
Achilles is finishing up a sparring session. Patroclus should be up above in the stands, watching.
royal grounds lie beyond this gate. Do you seek passage?
I do.
Let them through! Make no trouble on the royal grounds, or trouble is what you'll get.
A peerless display, as usual, Achilles.
Yes, yes. Send the girls.
Ah, King Jason. Congratulations on a most entertaining trial. I must admit, I was surprised at how it ended, but my prophet soon eased the sting of that shock.
I hear you have a new fighter under contract. An Ionian.
I'm always in the market for exotic talent. Have you seen him? No? An amazing specimen.
I'm not sure the people of Mycenae will share your high opinion of him should he win.
Mycenae is first and foremost the land of Ares. The strongest should rule, foreigner or not. The people will understand.
I'd think you'd want Achilles to fight. As of now, you don't even have a tournament.
I'm not a slaver. If the man doesn't want to fight, I can't force him. Achilles is a great warrior, perhaps the best, but can you really see him as a king? As long as his cup and his bed are frequently refreshed, our great Achilles is quite happy.
No one says less with more words. Something doesn't add up, you conniving...
My good king, you just completed a trial by combat. Do you really wish to suffer through another by slandering my good name? Now I bid you good day.
I really dislike that man.
Let's go back below and speak to Achilles. I want to hear for myself why he won't fight.
Arena cells, workshop, and champion's quarters lie inside. Do you seek passage?
I do.
Raise the gate!
Achilles! Achilles, it's Jason.
Oh, where are you going, Achilles? Come back.
What is it? I am preoccupied at the moment.
Why are you not fighting in the tournament?
Achilles, tell the wine bearer to leave it at the door. We're waiting.
Then fill your cups and wait some more. What business is it of yours if I fight or not?
Who rules this kingdom is the business of everyone on Mycenae.
What need have I of a crown? What need have I of the fist of Ares? Let the Ionians sit on a throne and bandy words with merchants and farmers. That sounds like Tartarus to me.
Throw your life away in this room.
Remember who you speak to. I am Achilles. Listen to the people. When I stride upon the arena floor, you'd think Ares himself had appeared before them. Don't you see, Jason? I'll be remembered as the greatest fighter the world has ever seen.
The greatest? You're nothing, Achilles. You sit here growing soft, sparring with the desperate and the criminal. It takes courage to aspire to greatness. Only a coward sits content with an easy life.
Save your breath. You want to stop the Ionian from winning? Fight him yourself. Then you can have 2 kingdoms to muck up.
Achilles, we're bored. Come back to us.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to receive my therapy.
Achilles!
What is he thinking? What now, Jason?
We must keep searching. We have to find those Black Tongues. We could see if Senator Anaxagoras has turned up anything new. Or the guardsman Alexius at Ares' watch. He seemed willing to help. And there's always Khufu. Perhaps his spies have found something. We won't find them standing here. Come.
The royal grounds lie beyond this gate. Do you seek passage?
I do.
Raise the gate! Make no trouble on the royal grounds, or trouble is what you'll get.
Jason, I've got news from the stork.
What is it, Bolo?
A couple of the other boys found out the Ionians registered some cargo at the docks.
Mercenaries with cargo? What could they be trading?
There's more. Stork said, be sure to tell him who signed for the cargo.
Who then?
None other than Captain Achilles himself. Stork says captains don't usually do guardsmen's work.
I think we need to pay Captain Achilles another visit.
Oh, I gotta go. I'm not back in 10 minutes. It's a beating for sure.
Bolo, you need to leave Khufu.
Easy for you to say. You've got a great big ship to take you anywhere you want to go. But if I leave Khufu, what then? I suppose I could take that job as a barnacle scraper. I don't know what that is exactly, but sounds fun.
What you need is a family, Bolo. There's a couple of very nice people I think you should meet.
People? I don't know. Khufu says not to talk to people.
Their names are Pythias and Zosime. You can find them just north of the market.
I don't know.
They love music, Bolo. Pythias plays the lyre. They'd love to hear a song.
The market is on my way back. I'll stop by. Better get going.
I hope things work out for that boy.
I think they'll make a fine family. Come, let's go.
News of the arena. Champion Achilles refuses to fight. The fist of Ares to be won by
King Jason, how goes your investigation?
It gets more interesting by the minute. Is your captain up ahead?
Is he ever? He just relieved me. Said he was meeting someone, so I might as well call it a day. 10 years in the Guard. First time I've been sent home early. Not that I'm complaining.
Who's he meeting with?
Didn't say. He was alone when I left him. Ares watch over you, King Jason.
What of my reward? I was promised a place in the new order.
Reward is knowing you have served not enough. Then let me send you to paradise.
Black tongues!
Don't let them get away!
Ares, forgive me. King Jason, you must warn Lycomedes.
What have you done?
Black tongues. They came ashore with the Ionians. Paid me to keep it quiet.
Why are they here, Achilles? Why?
To kill Lycomedes. During the tournament. Listen to me. There are others in the Guard working for them. Trust no one. Ares, forgive me.
He's gone. King Jason?
Guard Alexius. Your captain was working for the Blacktonuges, and they killed him. We need your help here. Take care of his body. We must keep this quiet for now. If Achilles was corrupt, there's no telling who we can trust. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Where does this leave us? We know the Black Tongues are here, and we know they want to kill Lycomedes.
Achilles said they plan to strike during the tournament. Makes sense. With Lycomedes in seclusion, it may be the last time anyone's sure to see him in public.
An attack from the stands is possible, I suppose.
There's another way they could do it.
What are you thinking?
Lycomedes will personally hand the Fist of Ares to the winner of his tournament. How much do we really know about this Ionian champion, Dokkan?
He'd have the perfect opportunity to strike an unwitting Lycomedes.
We can't let that happen.
Who can we turn to now? Who can we tell of this plot?
You heard Achilles. The Guard is compromised, and for all we know, so is the Senate. Lycomedes is in seclusion. I doubt he'll see us. No. It falls to us to stop this.
What's the plan?
It would seem my time as a gladiator is not yet finished. Looks like there'll be a tournament after all. I'll take care of Dokkan. One way or another, he won't threaten Lycomedes. That leaves the stands to the both of you. Between us all, Lycomedes must not fall. Everything depends on that.
The first order of business is to get Jason signed up for the tournament.
There's the recruiter at the docks. Or we could go straight to Patroclus in the arena.
Champion Achilles calls tournament second-rate attraction.
We'll send word that I'm entering the tournament. To the arena.
News of the market. Merchants, forests, and hedges.
Ah, back again. I hear you've been in the arena. Did you find anything feathery?
Is this what you're looking for?
That's it, exactly! You saw Daedalus yourself?
No, he's no longer here.
What do you mean?
Patroclus said he left yesterday. Unexpected, in a great rush. Left most of his things behind, including those wings.
Curses! Always a step behind. Did he tell Patroclus where he was going?
One of the gladiators saw him board an Egyptian galley, headed for Alexandria.
So close. But at least I've proof I'm on his trail. I must move quickly. Thank you for your commitment to justice, friend.
The slums, market, and docks lie beyond. Do you seek entry?
I do.
Open up! If I may say so, you fought well, sir. Ares smiles on you.
Ah, King Jason. Your recent trial was enlightening. I am Lysias, adjudicator for the Merchants Guild on Mycenae.
Tell me, Lysias, have you noticed anything unusual in the market?
Can't say I have. The only matter of note is a dispute between two of our merchants. You're used to hearing petitions at your court. I wonder if you'd help me. Two merchants, Forus and Hegestratus, argue over a disputed vase.
I've met those men and heard something of the matter already.
I'm in an awkward situation. I was the one who ultimately bought the vase from Hegestratus, you see. Now, I must decide the matter. I'd be grateful for an objective opinion.
I can offer my counsel, for what it's worth.
Thank you. You say you've met these men. Are you familiar with the facts of the case?
I am.
So, as you see it, who is in the right and who is in the wrong? The spirit of the contract favors the seller, Magistratus, but the words favor the buyer, Forus.
Both men have a valid claim. If it were my decision, I'd have the two men split the profit from the sale in equal parts.
Yes. Each would then come out ahead. I doubt either will be fully satisfied, but justice will be served, I think. Thank you, King Jason. I appreciate your insight. I'll go inform those two of my decision.
The most interesting cases are those that can be reasonably argued both ways.
Jason, I found a family!
Yes, Bolo, you have.
I've just been telling little Bolo here that I'm going to teach him to play the lyre. And he's going to teach me some of the songs he knows.
That's right, and we're going to Macedonia together.
Massalia, Bolo.
Right, Molossia. We're leaving tomorrow.
Thank you, Jason.
Truly, you've been a blessing.
I'm happy for you all. May you find fortune wherever you go.
Fame, fortune, women! Patroclus treats his fighters like kings!
The Achaean strike. King Lycomedes scours Achaea of the dark Titan heresy.
Ideologies are the weapons of tyrants, too weak
Not
to
with
wield
you
swords.
blathering on!
King Lycomedes.
Where'd you rather? People are still talking about that match with Achilles. I knew you had the heart of a gladiator.
I'm here to sign up for the tournament.
What? You'd fight for the fist of Ares? Are you sure that's wise, sir?
Jason of IoIcus. Mark it on your roster.
As you say. Patroclus will be very surprised at this news.
And so, for the second time, your fate is tied to the arena of Mycenae. Shall we go there now?
Yes, to the arena.
Here we are again. Eh, Jason?
For the last time, I hope. No offense. I sent your friend Damon off to Alexandria.
So I heard. Here's hoping he enjoys his trip. Once he figures out he's been duped, he'll be back. I'll need to be long gone before then. Time to move on, I suppose. Speaking of which, I hear you have quite a ship, Jason.
The Argo. Built by Master Argos. I don't boast in saying I've never seen her equal.
There wouldn't happen to be room aboard for a forge, would there?
I think we could make room for a forge if we knew we had a good man to work it.
How about the world's foremost genius? That good enough for you?
Welcome aboard, Daedalus.
A moving workshop. What better way to keep ahead of King Minos' agents?
First, we have a tournament to win.
Oh, I'm not too worried about that. You can take this Ionian.
There's a bigger concern than the Ionian. We found Blacktonuges on Mycenean. They were smuggled aboard the Ionian ship. They planned to kill Lycomedes during this tournament.
During the tournament?
The Argonauts will be watching the crowd. Can I rely on you to help me keep an eye on Patroclus and Dokkan?
Of course. What do you need to know about the tournament?
Tell me how this tournament's structured.
Patroclus has devised 3 rounds. He's calling the first 2 elimination rounds. My guess is he hopes to finish you off and avoid a direct confrontation between you and Dokkan. Now this isn't a trial, so you can use whatever weapons you like.
Has Patroclus set the first match?
Yes. He'll call upon his bestiary in the first 2 rounds. He's got his pens under tight lock and key. Won't even let me know what he's got planned. Don't expect to see humans in your first match. Speaking of, are you ready to start?
The Argonauts are in place outside. Let's see what he has in store for me.
Very well. I'll inform Patroclus.
In far-off Surrey, in the depths of the steamy wild, live a band of murderous savages, fearsome and reviled. A pagan throng of man-eaters who fight with cunning guile. For proof, just ask the men they've butchered, or the women whom they've defiled. Citizens of Mycenae, I give to you King Jason's first test! I give to you Satan! By the will of Ares, begin! The Yolkan King has passed his first test! Can the Ionian match in step for step? Do not leave your seats, citizens! You'll not want to miss what's next!
Jason, attend closely. Asclepius thinks Patroclus might resort to dirty tactics this next fight. You should speak with him. But perhaps I can help even the odds. Not long ago, Patroclus agreed to fund a number of my more experimental projects. This sword was an interesting byproduct of an attempt to create a new alloy using iron and coal.
Byproduct? I take it your experiment didn't work.
Didn't work? I hold a sword stronger and sharper than any the world has seen. And he says it didn't work.
What can you tell me about the next round?
Something's afoot. All I've heard is you'll face a single Minotaur. I know Patroclus's wranglers have found a particularly nasty specimen. But I have to think there's more to it. I'd be ready for surprises, Jason.
Let's go spring Patroclus's trap.
Then I'll inform that snake we're ready to begin.
Attention, citizens of Mycenae! The Tournament of Champions continues! Shall we up the stakes? 3 fiends to shake the very foundations of this arena! Will this finally be enough to stop King Jason? It better be. Men and women of Mycenae, I give you the Minotaur! By the will of Ares, begin! Overcome them. What a tremendous performance! It appears our final match is set. Jason versus Dokkan! Iolcus versus Ionia! A finale to end all finales! A fight that the gods themselves will be watching!
Easy, Jason, easy. Patroclus released a poison through the trapdoors when the Minotaurs came out. Those brutes wouldn't feel it, but you certainly did. How you managed to keep fighting is beyond all comprehension.
Thank you, Asclepius. If it wasn't for your aid, I wouldn't have made it this far.
Jason, in all my years, I've been a neutral observer to the carnage that plays out here. If I've hoped for anything, it was for quick deaths and light wounds. I never thought I'd say this, but now I hope for your victory.
It was a passable likeness of a fight. Then again, we're talking about minotaurs. In any event, I suppose congratulations are in order. You're a step away from claiming your new crown.
I don't fight to replace Lycomedes. I fight to save him.
How noble. If I grow bored, perhaps I'll watch you flail about. Should be good for a laugh, at least.
It's not too late to enter, Achilles. You could appeal to Patroclus.
We've been over this. What do I possibly stand to gain?
Everything. Glory. Your name sung in songs forever. Isn't that what you claim to fight for?
Huh. Killing 2 foreigners for some gaudy trinket? There's more glory to be had sparring with the addled drunkards Patroclus sends me. You should go prepare, Jason. You likely need time to muster some semblance of courage. Leave me.
I won't argue with you anymore, Achilles. You were born to fight, that much is true. It's too bad you weren't born to fight for something. Enjoy your wine, champion.
Hey! They say this Dokkan fights with spear and shield. Strong in front, weak at his flank. So they say.
That cheating bastard Patroclus. The gods for Asclepius.
He can't avoid a showdown any longer. Only Dokkan remains.
This is it then. If the Black Tongues are going to make their move, it'll be during this match.
Make for the Argo once it starts, Daedalus. You should be able to slip away unnoticed.
But you may need me here.
The strike will come from the stands or from Dokkan himself. You can't help either way. If we're going to get you on the Argo without King Minos' man noticing, this is our chance.
You're right. Very well. Are you ready then?
Yes. Lycomedes must not fall.
I'll let Patroclus know, and then I'll slip away. Be careful, Jason. And may the gods be with you.
Attention, citizens of Mycenae! The final match of the Tournament of Champions is about to begin! And now, my friends, what more can I say? The words elude. A silver tongue does not suffice. No, one would need a tongue of the finest gold to do this moment justice. So I ask you to look down upon these men who will fight before us! Jason, King of IoIcus! Dokkan, Champion of Ionia! Two-Wolf! Man against man!
Achilles?
Are you not still king of this land? Do the people of Greece ignore the rules of battle? Get up, old king! Tell this
do not serve he who holds the fist of Ares. He who holds the fist of Ares serves the people, and they have spoken! Achilles, fight! Then you will all die!
In my arena?
Achilles, are you with me?
Let's show this filthy Ionian how champions truly fight!
May Ares guide your hand, champion of Mycenean.
May Ares smile upon you, King of IoIcus.
Jason! For Hecate! Forgive an old fool. Twice now I have wronged you without cause. You need the blood of Ares? I offer you every drop I have. My son.
It appears Achilles wishes to go to sea.
It's your lucky day, Jason. I've decided to join in your journey.
Your spear would be welcome, Achilles. But do you know what we seek?
The Golden Fleece. Glory enough to share, I think.
If that's what you're after, you'll get your fill before we're through. I promise you that.
I'll hold you to it. How many wenches do you have aboard?
We've no wenches, Achilles.
What? Duh. Then what about your wine? I trust your stores are ample?
Welcome aboard, Achilles. Argonauts, to the ship.
Maybe one of you lot first to defeat Achilles.
Jason, I want to talk to you. The Fist of Ares has been in my family since the chariot rider himself
bestowed it to us. To think I almost gave it away as a tournament prize. What a fool I was. What I should have done was give it to you the moment you arrived on Mycenae. Better late than never.
Fist of Ares belongs with the King of Mycenae.
As I said, it belongs in my family. Alceme is my only child. It would pass to her son, to your son. Keep it for him, and when he is of age, tell him how you won it in a tournament.
The king, the arena fighter, and the smith. All three have joined his crew.
Why do people flock to him and his fool's quest? Leave us! My dear, what are we going to do with your husband? Of course, I should have killed you when you were just a girl, running through the palace. You were always such a pretty girl. The dear old brother, Jason's father, didn't trust me, sent me away. And Lycomedes had his armies looking in every bush in Greece for Blacktongues. No, the time wasn't right. But now, my dear, your husband is not going to find the fleece. But even if he does, there won't be an Alceme left to use it on. Damn you, Jason! I will be back. I promise you.
Yes?
We've put Mycenae behind us. King Lycomedes has joined us. The warrior Achilles and the smith Daedalus are with us too.
Lycomedes. There was a time that name filled me with hatred. All the Blacktongues cursed him for his ruthlessness. Now, I think I'd like to thank him.
I can bring him here.
No, not yet. That might prove an unstable meeting.
This is a proud ship you have here, Jason. Sturdy, strong.
I have Master Argos to thank for it.
If I had a ship like this, those 10 years hunting the Blacktongues would have been a lot more enjoyable.
Tell me of the time you went against the Blacktongues.
Their assassins had come for Alceme when she was a babe. Ares warned me to the threat, and we thwarted the attempt. I was furious, and decided, rather than cower waiting for another strike, I would take the fight to them. I had my spies make a list of every known Blacktongue in Greece. Then I began crossing names off that list. I left trails of Hecate blood across most of Greece, Persia, and parts of Egypt. We didn't stop until no more names were left. list was incomplete. I should have known. Those adders were skilled at hiding in dark holes.
What do you think of Achilles?
Great warrior, though sometimes he fights for the wrong reasons. I will not fault a man who fights for pride. That is strong. That is what Ares would do. But to fight for vanity is something else. He'll figure it out one day, and he'll be stronger for it. I have a feeling this voyage will do him good.
Let me know if you require anything. I take my leave.
Jason, I've been thinking about that armor I made for your arena trial. Patroclus made me rush to throw something together. It served its purpose then, but I didn't get to finish it the way I would have liked to. Now that I have some time, I'd like to scratch that itch.
What do you have in mind?
There are two things I could do. First, I could add some additional plating and improve the flexibility of the joints. This would increase the armor's defensive properties and should allow you to swing your weapons more powerfully. The other thing I could do would be to improve upon its existing unique ability. When you strike down your enemies in battle, you will feel a rush of exhilaration and stamina. I could double this effect, I think. So, how would you like me to finish your armor?
Increase its existing properties.
As you wish. This will just take a moment. There. Now that is something I can be proud of.
Skill never ceases to impress, Daedalus. How can I thank you?
You've done more than enough for me, Jason. Consider this a sign of my gratitude for taking me aboard the Argo. May it serve you well.
We've put Mycenae behind us, but the time's come to set our course. Where to, Jason?
I'll tell you in a bit, Argos.
They will be singing your name on Mycenae for generations. An innocent man who overcame an unjust charge. A hero of the arena. The savior of the king.
Pan, you speak for me. What can you tell me of Apollo?
I can tell you that your deeds have pleased him. Indeed, I dare say the sun shines brighter for you than for others, Jason.
Pan, you've spent more time with the Oracle than anyone. What can you tell me?
Let's see. I'll tell you the tale of how she became the Oracle. I asked her that once, and this is what she said. It was because I asked an answer.
How's that?
After the Oracle Pelagia ran off with her would-be assassin, the current Oracle was drawn to Delphi. But she did not have a question. No, she had an answer. And she did not seek an answer. She sought a question. Would she become the next Oracle?
So, her answer was yes.
No. Her answer was the reflection of moonlight on sea foam.
I don't follow.
Neither do I. I suppose that's why neither of us is the Oracle.
Tell me of the aspects of Apollo.
The shield reflects Apollo's domain. Devotion to Apollo will bring you divine endurance and resolve.
even in the darkest times.
And what powers does Apollo grant his champions?
The power of light as a weapon or a shield. Gifts of clarity and insight, or healing to recover from wounds.
Tell me of Apollo's healing power.
The power to heal is both mortal and divine. It is a creative force. In mortals, the art of healing depends upon the compendium of collected human knowledge. Apollo, whose understanding is perfect, heals perfect, instantly. Apollo's healing power is a great human deed. Call upon him, and his light will heal you, Jason.
Speak to me of Apollo's light.
What force is stronger than the sun? The god of light. Ask to see his light. The god of sun, ask that he shine upon you. His champions need only ask, and he will give to them his divine light, such as you have never seen. And those who stand against them will be burned and blinded by its brilliance.
Tell me of Apollo's shield.
The sun itself is Apollo's shield, and it can be yours as well. Now, the sun nourishes, the sun restores, it feeds the crops and the trees, it warms the body and soothes the mind. But the sun also destroys. It withers the fields and bakes the earth. Apollo commands the sun, does he not? And so his champions also nourish and also destroy. When destruction is your purpose, call upon him, and let the fury of the sun infuse your shield. Any foolish enough to strike you will feel its power.
Tell me of Apollo's armor.
Armed with a noble purpose, the champion of Apollo stands as a golden paragon upon the field of battle. No strike can bend him from that purpose. No force of arms can divert his focused will. The blade cuts shallow against him. The blow strikes softer. Apollo may help you shine in this way. Call upon him and be bathed in his radiance.
That's all for now. Thank you.
Roasted lamb on the spit with fresh bread.
Bowl of bean soup with olives and vinegar.
A stew of pork with figs and cheese.
No, eels. Grilled eels with oil and herbs.
Oh, yes! Eels it is! But what will we have to drink? I say, Lesbos wine with honey.
You torture me, Achilles. What I'd give for a bowl of fresh goat's milk.
Jason, we've decided on our dinner. Inform Argos we shall have fresh eels with Lesbos wine to drink.
I will tell him straight away. Though I would not be surprised if your eels resembled barley gruel and your wine seemed a bit watered down.
Can water be watered down?
I'd settle for water wined down at this point. Leaving will be difficult.
You'll miss Mycenean?
Oh, not difficult for me. For my adoring followers. Who will they cheer for now?
The people want their princess back. They'll be supporting all of us now.
I suppose. No, it's the children I worry about. hero, sailing away.
So, Achilles, what's your story?
You're a king and a chronicler, are you? Very well. My father was Peleus, ruler of Aegina and commander of the Myrmidons. My mother was the seaman Thetis. Besides their one night of passion, we never really got on. My mother bore me on the shores of Mycenae and then returned to the sea.
Who raised you?
I was taken in by a soldier that I barely knew. He went off to fight in Lycomedes' crusade and never returned.
Who taught you how to fight, then?
The gladiators. At first I learned by watching, then by doing. By 15, there wasn't a gladiator in Patroclus' stable who could beat me.
I'm sure Patroclus took notice of that.
The man knew talent. I'll give him that. He got me to sign a contract to fight for him. One that ended conveniently enough when he died.
He forced you to sign?
No. The wine and the women forced me to sign. Mostly. Eventually, I tired of settling accounts with him, so I made him a deal. I got him to agree to a private room and all the food and wine I could consume. Then, I made him promise me a new woman for every man I killed in his arena. He had no idea what he was getting himself into. Ha!
How did you become champion of Mycenae?
The champion before me was an Ethiopian named Joppa. Now, Joppa was a giant of a man. Not bad, but a bit long in the tooth. I liked him, though. Night before the fight, I went to him and said, Joppa, we both know I'm going to win tomorrow. But because I like you, I'm not going to kill you.
How'd he take the news?
I'll never forget it. He said, you kill me, or I kill you. Either way, the crowd will cheer. And they did.
And have you always favored a spear?
I used to fight with 2 swords. After word spread about my wondrous ability, the other fighters began to wear more and more armor. I went to the arena and seen men cowering behind shields as big as stable doors. The spear makes it easier to pry open clams, like that. Plus, I get less blood on me striking from a distance.
And the spear you carry now?
Ah, this spear. I had this spear made for me by a master smith of Lemnos. After watching several matches, he realized that my skill was so astounding, my spear would need 2 heads to keep up.
That's all for now, Achilles.
You won the hearts of an entire island, Jason. Must feel good.
Those are Alceme's people. So in a way, they're my people too. Can't have them thinking their princess made a bad choice of husbands.
I think you proved that. After all, she picked an arena champion.